Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed here and welcome back to our wonderful adventures of Doki Doki Literature Club. I got it right this time. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Eh? Ah! Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. What have I done wrong? I have no idea. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monika just said... Don't be dumb. I want you to read it and tell me how you feel about this lovely story. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say that most because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. Oh my. Okay, that took a twist. I did not expect that, for goodness sakes. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the wait. I only got to tomorrow. Golly. I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's necessary sacrifice. I was about to say necessity there. Necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. And who should I show my poem to first? Oh yeah, it's mouse operating, isn't it? Do you know what? We'll go from 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? We're gonna show with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. This is a good poem, Flare. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Look into my eyes. You know very well that I am the sort of guy who sits down every night and think about poems with my mood board with lots of creative words and images. Mainly Shia LaBeouf related, I don't care. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of a club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Flare. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Aw, thank you very much, Sayori. Aw. Try new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast, damn it! Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? Yep. No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Yes, some things only have two possible answers. Yes or no. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or should I put it, it sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I want breakfast. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. There, that's a very important piece of advice here. Never skip breakfast. The most important meal of the day. Do not skip breakfast. That is an order from Flare himself. From me to you. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. You could pretend to be excited, you know. Yeah. Well, we're gonna go for all of these anyway, so we'll go from top to bottom. Okay. Well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Huh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I've had in mind when reading this. I want to help you feel more comfortable. Well, comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. Ugh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. Oh, so you're saying it's very good? Nah. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh. Natsuki's retort got caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said it mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss, but she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. Wait, when did I ever say that I didn't like it? It's short and sweet, short and snappy, like crocodiles. Short and snappy, okay, I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Hey, that's not important. Some people can't even get their spelling and grammar correct. And you're halfway there. And short and snappy lines are very, very powerful as well. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, yeah, it's short and snappy, precise, to the point, no beating around the bush. Stuff like that. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Yep. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did? I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Self-proclaimed pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humour her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Good choice. Yuri. How'd you fare my poem, Yuri? Hello? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh? Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why'd you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Your hands are still near your hips. Around your... well, below your... Okay, I'm not going to point that out, okay. I couldn't help but notice there's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learnt to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like a pro. Expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed of. There are so many different styles and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice. And learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Oh, is it about the genre itself? Well, never mind that. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Probably to herself, or towards me. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't there supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm breathing, aim of the present but living in the past. The light flickens, I flicken back. I'm sorry if I have such terrible handwriting. Only a few things I struggle to read there, but other than that, perfectly okay. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Oh my god, oh my god, should I be... Am I being monitored? Is that going to diverge the ending? It took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Woohoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Flare. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. You shave that. Oh, sheesh, I should have saved him. Oh well. We can just go back to that point. I was just thinking, does the order determine the ending as well? But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story, or paint a picture. They tell about the author as well. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with the void, the nothingness, the hollow space of infinity, which is space, which has no matter within it, no matter how much you see. There's nothing but the infinite space. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe there's more than just literature in this literature club. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to? Finally, Monika! Hi, Flare. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for a club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Flare. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that's still a barrier that we're all gonna learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like it, Flare. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Silverstone? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. A multitude of different emotions, all conglomerated into one line, or multiple lines, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of a world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert. No one's an expert in the beginning. Just so that you know, we all grow, adapt, develop, improve, make mistakes, try and error, improve, continue a cycle until we get to the point where we are happy with the pieces of work in which we are considering doing as an expert in. Anyway, that didn't really make any sense, but you get my point there. Practice and perfection gets to a point where you're happy with your work. But you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel the way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It could have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late, my retainers. Already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realise now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So you're, hole in the wall. Hole in wall, sorry. So, what did you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Epiphany? I'm not sure how to say that word. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Yeah, don't tunnel yourself. Always make sure that your tunnel is as wide as possible and it has as many diverging points as possible. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Yep, that's good with university. Just put stuff down, make sure you reference everything, and then do the fine-tuning later. Because when you're writing a university essay or a dissertation, you force yourself to think that you want to write everything out so that you don't need to proofread it later. Either way, it's inevitable you're going to proofread it anyways, for spelling, for grammar, for punctuation, for anything like that. So, a tip for me, personally, is to make sure that you write everything down on a brainstorm. In that way, you just have to look at the brainstorm to get ideas, not your head. Because in your head, it's how you're going to write your lovely piece of work out. And also it's quality, not quantity. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow, like an ever-flowing river. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Hey, wait a minute, are we being recorded here? Is this actual footage being recorded and it's just up on the internet somewhere? I don't know. Breaking the fourth wall here. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, showing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows frown in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Aw, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of growing up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Flare did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Flare liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly springs up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. But come on, Yuri, you're much taller. Maybe you're just jealous that Flare appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. I didn't want this to become some sort of competition, you know. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. A gentle stab. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one whose blanks magically grew a size bigger as soon as they started showing up. Oh gosh. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turn towards me, as if they just noticed. Oh my goodness sakes. This suddenly turned sour. Flare, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is... No. Simple writing and complex writing have their own good and bad points, okay? I I'm not judging. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's that point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? So what's what I do? For me, should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Have me explain that to her, Flare. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex meanings and mean them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily immersing yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Flare? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? Oh, I'm having a heart attack right now. I can't choose between a situation. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick the other option. And then Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Huh? Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How could the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Flare? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Yuri wants to tell Yuri... Okay. Unless Yuri wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many things with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's... Okay, are the same as they always are. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Oh, make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organise things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess it just means Yuri is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to nod. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Flare, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those that I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Flare, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Yuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion. That's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Flare, it's nice that I got to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Everyone is going... So every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... Does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said it more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, let's do this. Yay. Hey, it's more literacy time, which means another save point time. Yes, and then I'm going to make another one as well. Oh my. Heaven sent. Who to impress? Uncomfortable. A mix between sad and angry and happy. So a specific theme you're saying? Well, I'd rather go for a more diverse theme which comforts everyone rather than just one person. So I wonder how different endings are triggered. So you probably have to get at least 5 correct ones for each person. And on other rounds you have to get like a high amount of one person and a low amount of the other people. Okay, so let's start this. Empty. Could probably go with empty. Empty portrait? Bliss, anger, wonderful, promise, desire, sugar, vividness, ocean. Okay. Unstable, secretive, holiday, extraordinary, milk, contamination, crimson, amazing fantasy, hope on the horizon. Let's see, yeah, obvious option, Doki. Aura? So complex words impresses Yuri. Melody, after image. Okay. So you got items, you've got feelings, and then you've got complex words. Objects. Rose. Okay, doesn't work then. Kiwi. Yay. Unending. Dream. Let's see. Simple words. Scene. No. We'll be a romantic one. Kiss. Yay. Lazy. These like inspirational words we have to put into a quote, into a loveliness, electricity, comfort. I was trying to go for something like a painting, an empty painting with a lack of imagery in it. Waterfall. Okay. Dark. Philosophy. Cute. Essence. Eternity. Charm. Slut. Loud. Tenacious. Shame. Analysis. Mouse. Intellectual hurt. Jumpy. Disown. 12. Beauty family. Bed. And a hint of misfortune on the end. So the majority of it was Sayori. I don't think I got enough for Natsuki actually. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past few days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Flare. Yo Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always for simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Would you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fell out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How do you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to a club room. Hey, got ya. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Flare to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you can think of that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That's still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki in making them. Come on, give them more credit than that, Sayori. Who slapped you? Kya? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was it? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Good gracious me. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my... my goodness sakes. It's retribution, Sayori. Restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to ya, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. If it's one of those triple chocolate chip ones, if hugging it like that, you're gonna make it melt. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms round her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki wraps. So reaches up to nudge Sayori off her hand. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Hearing I laugh as well. Oh, geez, you're such a kid sometimes. You're acting like Iris from Pokemon. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika anyways? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. We was just about to be worried. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music at all. Sorry, as well, Monika. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Flare. You better not, Monika. I'll be having high expectations of you. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapee. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired. Hey, just read it, okay? I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve a problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody would come into the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know. And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to the creative minds. Their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking something really seriously. This is her club, or vice president of the club, more accurately. It's rare to hear her deliberating. Deliberating like this? Yeah. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Aha, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. I'm thinking of a more fun name rather than literature club event, because that to me sounds too bland. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. You mean your simple tummy, because it's simple to appease. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I found myself smiling. In the event, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. That's why I distract myself with anime and video games, so that my mind can just disappear into the abyss. The abyss that is anime. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I opened my eyes suddenly to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you gotta have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. It's true though. Yeah? I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Huh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Huh? I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right now. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Huh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Okay. Oh my goody yikes. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this, aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. That button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to finally close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I brought it. And how many years has it been since you last brought it? Since you brought it? If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Oh my goodness sakes, I'm not going to read that out loud. It means like, things got bigger again? Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel so strange see all these blazer buttoned up like that? They're so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are about taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning? You're doing it again, Sayori. Ah, but I was joking that time. Nah, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Oh, Sayori. Okay, everyone. Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share a poems we wrote now? And that's the perfect time to leave it off here today, folks. So, thank you very much for watching. And we're going to see each other on the next time of Doki Doki Literature Club. Hope you joined us as much as I am. This is a fun blast with some cringy moments, to say the least. So, have a wonderful day and take care of yourselves.